Thelma Lawson. Bright Morgan.
At exactly 5 minutes past 11 p.m. Nigerian time, Ebuka made his way into the Big Brother Niger house, although he already informed us on X, okay? Now, the housemates coming in from that party, you all saw the ninja standing. I couldn't even sense anything. They were just busy hailing the ninja, screaming and all of that until the door opened and Ebuka came in. Now, call me surprised when they all started hailing him. They were excited. For people that claim to have been watching this show, Ebuka entered after Saturday night party. You're rejoicing. Have you forgotten Bam Bam so soon? You all forgot what happened. Anyways, they started hailing Ebuka. Imisi was even telling him, "You're not leaving tonight. You're definitely going to be in this house." And Ebuka said, "Where will I sleep?" They were just having fun. It was Zita who said, "Ebuka, hope you're not here for eviction." And I don't know if the rest of the housemates actually heard that, but she repeated it like as many times as possible. Well, finally, after all the fun, the greetings, the jokes, Ebuka then settled down. The housemates then proceeded to tell Ebuka to shake tables. Why is he here? Koyin even kept on telling him, "Ebuka, shake my table if it's my table." And Ebuka was like, "Okay, shake your table." Well, they actually said something funny. When Koyin was saying shake, not they, Joanna. Joanna was like, "What if the table not day? What if there is no table to shake?" Like bold of you to think there is a table for Ebuka to shake. Anyways, Ebuka then turned to the housemates, asking them if they have a question for him. And Thelma Lawson said yes, and asked Ebuka, "What is love?" Well, Ebuka decided to direct the question at K-Bobo, asking K-Bobo what is love. K-Bobo went ahead to define love, what it means, someone you're attracted to, someone that cares for you, someone you're trying to understand, and all of that after all the long explanation. Ebuka then turned to K-Bobo and then asked K-Bobo, "Does that describe her?" That is Thelma Lawson. Then I said, Thelma Lawson scream, yes, on behalf of K-Bobo, and gave him a peck. And I'm like, wow. So this is love. Well, love is a beautiful thing. Kola then proceeded to ask Ebuka, "Is our season good?" And Ebuka said, "Well, you have 2 weeks to find out." That means Ebuka is trying to tell them when they come out, they will see for themselves. But Ebuka then said, "Or is it just 2 weeks?" You see this particular, or is it just 2 weeks? Ebuka said, "Oh my God, it cost a lot tonight. But we'll find out in another video. This is just about how the eviction happened, okay?" Well, after that, Culture then asked Ebuka about their yesterday. That's the last wager presentation, yesterday's presentation. And Ebuka asked them, well, Big Brother wasn't around, what's the verdict? And they said that they won their wager. And he said, okay. Is it Ebuka you want to get and psych? You can't psych Ebuka. Ebuka has been trained for this job. And at that, Culture was like, but you, what do you think about it? Well, it was at this juncture that Ebuka then informed them that he's here for business. And with that, the ninja came in and handed Ebuka an envelope. And the funniest thing, in all of this, the housemates were still making a joke out of this moment. I guess with what happened with Ruboy, Joanna and Dede, they were all thinking it's the same thing playing out tonight. Well, Ninja came in and handed Ebuka the envelope, and Ebuka asked nominated housemate to please stand. But before Ninja came in, so when Ebuka said, you have 2 weeks to find out, or is it just 2 weeks? Dressing General said that he knew it, that 17 people in week 8, that is not possible. That he knew there would be an extension. Oh my God, Ebuka is good in this job. Very diplomatic reply, and everybody is running around. Anyways, it was at this point that Ebuka told them that he's here for business. And with that, he told the nominated housemate to please stand. Ebuka proceeded to then tell that Thelma Lawson has been evicted from Big Brother Niger house. Now, so on calling Thelma's name, Thelma stepped out, and from what I would say, this girl was drunk. Like, she stepped out, she was excited, at the same time, she was crying. She was saying, "Thank you, Port Harcourt. Thank you, Niger Delta. Thank you, everybody." Blowing kisses. She even pecked K Bobo like 3, 4 times. Mide had to tell her, "Thelma, calm down, calm down." Like, should I use, I can't even use the word mixed emotion. There is a term for this, for what was playing out, but I know that it is when Thelma gets to maybe where she'll be staying that she'll realize what actually happened. You know what they say about first stage of grief. I'm not terming this a grief, but she was still in denial. Like, she was acting out. You can't tell if she's happy, if she's sad. Tears were coming out at the same time. She was looking excited. Well, Mide was telling her to calm down, that is not real, that this is definitely a prank. Thelma, don't step out, just relax. Well, the ninjas came in telling Thelma to make her way to the exit door. Mide, well, like, Mide was shocked, saying, "No, no, no, there is no way to be possible." And then Ebuka told them, "We are not done." For the second one, and this one now even hits Mide. You know what's funny? What's funny is that Bright Morgan and Midi was where the people coming, Thelma Lawson down, telling her, "No, this is not real. Relax, relax, Thelma. You're not going anywhere. It's a prank." Ebuka is definitely here to prank the housemates. And guess what? The next name, and it's Bright Morgan. Well, this one hits Midi like a thunder and lightning. And the next thing, this girl released a loud cry. Like, loud cry. And I'm like, gosh. Anyways, the lack of culture means, and we are saying, "No way, there is no way it's possible that Bright will leave the show." What's making these people feel like Bright should not leave the show? She be Bright that was among the list through, which I don't blame them. They're actually in the house. They are seeing their fellow housemates from the angle of, who is doing things in the house. But the viewers know what they want. The viewers know who they want. Anyways, Mide started crying, and Kola, the house were really supportive. They had to take her somewhere to go sit down even before Bright climbed to take the exit door. She was already sitting down and crying. Mide wasn't the only one who was in her feelings, but with K-Bobo, you can't tell if he's still living in disbelief or if he's broken, if his heart's broken. He was just there, calm down. He even helped with packing Thelma's bag because Big Brother informed Zita to go tell the housemates to please pack Bright and Thelma's bag. And Joanna with Kebobo packed that of Thelma. Then Mide, Kola, they helped with Bright Morgan's bed. Bright Morgan's properties. Now, Kola, so when Mide came upstairs to go to her bed and even cry more, Kola told her there is no way Bright Morgan and Thelma is out. That is not possible. That they should believe him, that by next week they'll be back to this house, that this thing that just happened is not a real eviction. Well, you won't blame Kola. Kola is not the only one thinking that way. Even Ruboy said there is no way Ebuka will evict the housemates without saying that this is the result as computed by Deloitte, that he didn't mention that slide. So that means tonight's eviction is a fake one. And for the fact he was just holding one envelope and went ahead to mention two names. But Zeta clarified him, telling him no, that Ebuka was with two envelopes, that it was a two in one. Well, Mersad was telling Rupo, that you're wrong. That it's very possible that what happened is a real one. That they've done something like this before, or remember something like this have happened on this show. And Rubo is still insisting, no, you people have to reason logically that no, it's not possible. The highest 2 days, Thelma and Bryce will be back. That What do you mean that, okay, now that he's quarreling with Thelma, oh, joke aside, quarrel aside, that there is no way Big Brother will evict Thelma without informing Thelma on time to pack her bag? In the sense that, did you see the clothes Thelma came in with? That Big Brother will not just evict Thelma that way, that is not even possible. Faith and Dressing J were of the opinion too that it's not a real one. Faith even made mention of how when Big Brother asked him in the diary room about who will be winning this show, that he made mention that it's Thelma. And even when he was asked to list like top five in no particular order, how he added Thelma's name. Jason J as well was telling them, no, now there is no way to be Thelma. Thelma that is very good with task, and all of that. Anyways, how did you see all that happened tonight? Did you see that of Thelma happening? And if this happened to be a real one, did you like the vibe it brought to the house tonight? And do you know what will annoy me? If this by tomorrow it happens that Thelma and Bright Morgan weren't among the least voted. That thing is very, very painful. Because why can't you just take out the least voted? But let's see. Ebuka also informed the housemates that there will be more eviction tomorrow. That's Sunday proper eviction. And by then, we'll get to see those that will be coming on stage. That's when we will now officially know that Thelma and Bright Morgan are out of the show. But with Bright Morgan, we the viewers, we are not surprised now. Bright came list 3. Had it been another eviction happened last week, Bright will definitely be 1 week out of the house by now. But let's see how tomorrow goes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let me hear your opinion regarding tonight's eviction. Were you surprised seeing Ebuka in the house? Well, it's those that are not following Ebuka on Twitter that will be surprised to hear that. Anyways, let me read your opinions about emotions in the house, saying, especially with that of housemates saying that with Thelma, it's not possible that Thelma is out of this show. Okay. See you. Please do well to like this video. Bye.
There's still an eviction tomorrow, so keep your head up. I did there for you. One, people cannot mention evicting a housemate without saying that. So they being compiled by Deloitte.